Welcome to Abram Channeling with Tom and Susanna Massari, channel, psychic medium, and authors of Reclaiming Your Intention and Power, Conversations with an Alien, and Living Beyond Death. Here, we explore the mysteries of metaphysics, the nature of consciousness and reality, spiritual awakening, and contact with beings beyond our world. If you would like to put faces to the voices, join us on YouTube and subscribe to Abram Channeled by Tom Massari. To contact us, visit abramchanneling.net or mediumunplug.com. Whether you're on a journey of inner discovery and awakening or simply curious about cosmic connections, you are in the right place. Let's dive in together.
Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us again. Hello, Susanna.
Hi, Abram.
Today, we will be talking about, do emotions affect weather? So at this point, I will hand it over to Susanna. Thank you.
So my question, Abram, is human beings have some pretty strong emotions.
Yes.
And the earth has its own consciousness.
Yes.
The weather is its own consciousness.
Yes.
A hurricane is its own consciousness.
You can say that.
As well as a tornado, tsunamis, and
Yes.
all the rest.
Yes.
It's also an expression, these natural disasters, as we call them, or natural events, weather events, is an expression of the earth also.
Exactly.
So human beings, since everything is energy and our emotions sometimes has a lot of energy behind it, how does that affect the weather?
Let us begin kind of in reverse. Weather affects emotions. For most of you, not all of you, but for most of you, if you have noticed on somewhat of a cold, dreary, damp, rainy day, you might feel kind of lazy, like doing nothing, low energy. But some of you may feel exhilarated by that type of weather, and you get things done. You feel like doing things. You have high energy. It seems as though you are being affected by the weather. Now, on the other hand, on a bright, warm, sunny day, some of you, not all of you, but most of you may have noticed that on a bright, sunny, warm day, you feel good. You feel like doing things. You have high energy. And you get things done. But some of you feel a bit tired, lazy. Again, not like doing much at all. So you just lay around for the entire day until the weather changes. It appears that people who are born during the winter will favor cold, somewhat dreary days. And people born in the summer will prefer the warmth, sunny skies. That gives them energy. And the other people who were born during winter, those kind of dreary days, rainy days, they give them energy. Now, do emotions really affect weather? They can. Not always, but they can. Earth is its own consciousness. And it produces earthquakes, storms, tsunamis, and all the rest. People are of the earth. You are of the earth. You are of your own consciousness, but your consciousness is linked with your planet Earth. So, when your Earth, let me put it this way, decides to create a storm, before the storm happens, animals will sense it and they will react to it before it happens. If you take notice, you will also feel something coming. You will react to it before it happens, just like the animals, dogs and cats and birds and all the rest. As your Earth's emotions will change, your emotions will change to a degree. But that degree will be enough to have you be in the mix, let me put it that way, of creating the storm that is on the way. Now, as you know, emotions, and as Susanna had said, are very powerful things. Very powerful. Each individual, each person has and is his or her own consciousness. All people are of one consciousness. You can say that. But each person is of his or her own individualized consciousness. But back to the collective, all people. There have been times in what you call your history, what I call your experience, in which collective emotions are the same for a length of time. Maybe anger, maybe confusion, maybe joy, maybe sorrow. As the collective emotion continues, literally, people will be born to someone who will reflect collective emotion. So, as an example, if collective emotion is all about anger for a length of time, everyone has anger for a length of time. And this has happened time and time again throughout what you call your history, what I call your experience. If the collective emotion is anger, someone will be born to someone who is all about anger. And that individual will grow up and live his or her life out being anger. People have been born that way. And if you think about it, I think you will know who I am talking about without my telling you. When you look at your sky and you see all clouds, dreary day, and you don't want that. Take note of your emotions that are taking place inside of you. You can change them because they are all the same, because they operate on one power, and you are that power. And I have told you many times, and I will tell you again. Since everything is energy, since there is only one power, all emotions are the same, which means joy is equal to sorrow. Love is equal to hate, as you call it, and all the rest. Looking at that cloudy sky, kind of dreary day, and you want your sun to pop out and brighten things up. First of all, check your emotion. What are you feeling? What are you in the experience of? Change it. Change it. And do not be surprised if after a while, when you have changed your emotion, you might see a bit of sunlight peeking through the clouded sky. Weather affects emotions. Emotions affect weather to a degree. Thank you.
All right. So collectively, let's say a civilization, a city, a country, where the collective emotion is mostly angry or is anger, that can also happen in a family dynamic.
Yes.
Now, if someone is born because of a collective energy of anger, everyone designs their own life when they come in. So that person that comes in to reflect that anger had to agree to it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And design their life around that.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And same within a family, because a lot of times the family dynamic is that if, and I'll just say this as a dysfunctional family, one child might be picked out in that family that everyone dumps everything onto and picks on that child, and that child may be described as the black sheep of the family, but it's actually the whole family on whatever dysfunction is going on, if it's anger or some kind of mental illness or something like that. Everything gets projected onto this one child, and they kind of take the brunt of all of it. So that can happen in a family dynamic also.
Yes.
That the child that is getting dumped on has designed their life around that and chosen to come into that family situation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you want to add to that?
And that child will have anger, but not be able to display it, exhibit it, express it. So it grows inside of that child. As that child matures into adulthood, as you call it, adulthood. But I know many adults who are still children. They act that way. They think that way. And that could be a good thing many times. But as that child grows and matures into adulthood, he or she will begin not only to assume the identity of anger, but will become anger and will begin to express it in what he or she does for a vocation, a job, a living. Some of those children who have grown up wind up in politics.
That's scary.
Some of those adults who have been angry children will find their way into whatever position they need to create to express themselves in the only way they can: anger, or frustration, or hate, or love, or joy, or sadness, or sorrow, or strength. No matter what the emotion, no matter what that child signed up for in their lifetime before they were born, they signed up for it. No matter all of that, look at your emotions. If there are some that do not feel good to you, stop expressing them. Begin expressing other emotions that feel safe for you and good for you, and they feel kind. Start expressing them. Change how you think about yourself and your emotions. Thank you.
You've given me some good ideas for another video, maybe on generational trauma and emotions that we pass on.
All right. Some people want me to tell them what they want to hear. I tell people what they need to hear. And part of my job is to plant seeds in all of you people, including you, Susanna.
I know.
And give you ideas for future videos and future topics to write about and to think about and to talk about and all the rest.
You do a lot more than that. Thankfully.
I do a lot more than that, but I am being humble right now, my friend. But you people do the same thing. You plant seeds in other people. You teach people, and you learn from them. And I teach you, in a sense. But I teach you to teach yourself. And I learn from you also. And I thank you for that, my friends. That is my payoff when I learn from you. So thank you again.
That's all I have.
That is all I have also. This, again, has been fun for me. I love all of you. I love you, Susanna.
I love you too.
I will thank you again, my friends. Enjoy your day. We will see you again. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. If you enjoyed our conversation, please subscribe and share the podcast with anyone who might resonate with these topics. We'd love to have you join us for the next episode as we continue exploring consciousness and spirit together. Until then, take care and keep seeking.